Hello and welcome to MidWEEK with Michelle. I am so grateful to be here. It is my soul's purpose to move the planet forward, healing myself and others emotionally, mentally, physically, and spiritually. I have hundreds of hours of training, but when I trust my intuitive gifts, I am at my best self. In my one-on-one sessions, I help people find peace and calm in the midst of life struggles, and my goal here is to help you do the same 1 week at a time. So I'll be here Wednesdays at 11 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, working through different issues. But today I want to talk about politics. Politics are in the air these days, and 'tis the season for debate, we could say. One of the root meanings of politics, when I looked it up, is the science and art of government. And I really fell in love with this definition because of its truth. Political parties hold both a science to their platforms as well as an art. And personally, I wish we had more discussion about the science and that art, rather than the argument over opponents. I pondered one day, I was really thinking about this argument that we seem to have so readily today online and in person. Could it be that the reason why politics brings up so much strong emotions and fear and blame and anger and tribalism is because countries usually begin as a result of war? Maybe we hold some responsibility for holding on to those energies. Maybe. As a child, I was often a witness to my parents arguing. These childhood traumas have been a huge part of my life's pain and misery. But like with all of life's adventures, the pain gave me a gift, and I am often able to see both sides of an argument. I see where the hypocrisy or ego creeps in, and also where the beauty lies. Let's just say I'm not a black and white thinker. I am gray all the way, for better or for worse. I don't know if I haven't decided yet. But from my perspective, from that perspective of seeing both sides, I see that Republicans believe Democrats want to take over your lives. They want your money and control of you. They want to take away your rights. And is that true? Is that really true? Is that what the neighbor that you love and adore believes when they stick that sign in their yard? And Democrats think that Republicans are often just a bunch of rich white men wanting to get richer on the backs of minorities and women. Is that true? Is that really true of that neighbor that you love and adore? Even do those who fight for choice really want to kill babies? Is that what they really want? Or are all those who fight for life haters of choice? One side wants to control guns, but not define the beginning of life. The other side wants to control the complexities of a woman's narrative, and yet believes in choice when it comes to weapons. You can see how both sides hold some science to their experience and some art. They nuance their experience a little bit. But it's not as important who's right and who's wrong. Each of our journeys have brought us to where we are. Each of us has put political questions into our own personal equations and have found our result or our answers. And in the United States, we have a constitutional right to speak our thoughts and ideas in safety. And that isn't always the case around the world. We need to hold reverence for that. So, I urge you to get a piece of paper or pen, or pull up a note on your phone or computer for a minute. And I want you to take a minute and write down 3 things that you believe in for your country, for this country. What are the 3 truths that you believe? And as you think about these 3 truths that you believe for your country, why do democratic values speak to you? Or what Republican ideals give you the goosebumps? What does being an independent or any other party member mean to you? Take a moment and just be with those. Write them down. Really own your ideals. They are important, and the whole of the country is important. That they are important to the whole of the country, not just you. That is what we are about. If words are difficult, draw pictures if the words don't come, or diagrams. But really put some thought into these ideas, into your ideas for this country in this moment. Take time to be with your thoughts and opinions. And just notice if the anger or fear or judgment arise. And don't try and justify them, or change them even. Just be with them. Just notice. As you think about these truths that are so important to you, notice if it's your voice you're truly hearing, or if another has influenced you. And is that influence a good thing? Maybe it is, or maybe it isn't. We are all on a journey to wholeness, and we need each other's differences. One of my favorite comedians, Hannah Gadsby, says, "Difference is a teacher." Often we want to pull away from different. Often we vilify different. Isn't it really true that different is our teacher? New information is always different, but that's how we learn something new. Where would we be if sameness was all we knew? And really challenge sameness thinking. Our ego wants us to believe in sameness. It thinks being the same is safe. But we are adventurous creatures, and adventure requires some risks. So, risk seeing another's perspective. Really put yourself in their shoes. The worst that could happen is more gratitude for the place that you reside. In September, I was able to drive across the country to take my son to his first station in the United States Air Force in Washington, D.C. And it was such a pleasure to see the different beauties of this country. Some places had many dense trees, and others had wide open fields for miles, and I couldn't tell you which one was more inviting. We talked to many different people with many different accents, and each held their own greatness. In downtown Charlotte, North Carolina, I was making conversation with a homeless man of color, and I teared up as he thanked my son for his service to the country. And that moment in humanity is what we should be all about. So this week's song is America the Beautiful. And watch for the link below to please take a few moments and watch and listen. And as you do so, feel united as a people, blessed to live in this beautiful nation. And pledge for today, just for today, and maybe tomorrow and maybe the next day, create a new pledge. But pledge to add to the beauty of this nation. My hearts go out to you as we move towards the vote coming up soon. May our country come together and be united. We are the United States of America. We have so much diversity. We have so much love and unity available to us. And it's our individual responsibility to bring that to the table. So I will see you next time. Reach out to me if you have any questions. Again, I'm here for you. I appreciate your time today, and we'll see you next time.